Welcome to Catholic Messenger Conversations podcast. Today's conversation with Bishop Dennis Walsh focuses on his Christmas experiences in 32 years as a parish priest and what Christmas might look like this year as a new bishop with a new companion, his golden retriever, right? Rosa?
Yep.
Let's get this conversation rolling. Are you ready, Bishop?
We are, yep.
Okay, good. Okay, after your ordination of the priesthood in 1992, your religious community, the Redemptorists, sent you to Puerto Rico for Spanish language immersion and to serve parishes there. What do you remember about celebrating Christmas in Puerto Rico, and how did that experience shape, your celebrations in the future after that?
Sure. I had a great 6 months in Puerto Rico preparing to be a priest in the inner city, but primarily learning Spanish. But I had a wonderful experience in Puerto Rico overall. It's a beautiful island. And Christmas, what I remember is what they used to call the Aguinaldo Masses. And Aguinaldo Masses were masses 9 days prior to Christmas, usually a votive mass in honor of the Blessed Mother. So those 9 days prior to Christmas, there was these votive masses in honor of the Blessed Mother. But usually there would be a procession to somebody's house for breakfast after each mass. So that's probably what sticks out most for me during the Christmas season in Puerto Rico was the Aguinaldo experience. And I don't really have many memories other than those in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
So would you processed into people's house for breakfast?
Processed, or if they were close by, we processed, or we would drive over to somebody's house, and usually the household would have a full breakfast for anybody who was at Mass that morning. So
wow.
It was a very nice tradition.
Oh, that's cool. Well, how many people would there be?
I remember we were probably in people's backyards, there were probably 50, 60 people,
Oh, wow.
So it was
that'd be a lot of breakfast to prepare.
It was nice. And it's very similar to the Mexicans have a posada, a 9-day novena, but the Puerto Ricans did aguinaldos. So.
And they did theirs in the morning, and I'm thinking the posadas were in the evening, right?
I believe so, yeah. So when I was in New York, it was different. In New York, we had Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and Mexicans and West Indians, and they all had
tell me about that. How did you handle Christmas with all those different cultures?
It was just, we tried to accommodate. Sometimes I said it was like dueling Virgin Marys because everybody had their patroness that they were very loyal to. So all the cultures had different expressions of devotion to Mary, but the Mexicans especially. So Christmas season usually started off usually on the 12th of December with a Guadalupe celebration. We had a large rectory, and the door into the church was below my room, so you had to go through the rectory to get into the church during the day. We didn't open the main doors of the church during the week, but so about 5 o'clock, the Mexican community would gather below my room and start pounding on the door, saying to open the door because they wanted to sing morning praises to Our Lady of Guadalupe. And that was a tradition where they would come very early in the morning before they all go to work, and they would just gather at the church early in the morning, pounding on the door, wanting to get in to come into church to sing morning praises to Our Lady of Guadalupe. And that was usually a big ordeal. Even so, in the morning they started with those morning praises, and the evening we had a huge mass and
wow.
lots of roses. They would just flood the sanctuary with roses. So.
Oh, that is so beautiful because that's what Mary had asked for, right? Didn't she ask for roses?
I think the bishop asked to Juan Diego. He asked for a sign that this was authentic, and so Mary reveals to Juan Diego in the middle of winter that when roses were not growing,
right,
to take the roses to the bishop. So he put those in his tilma, which is kind of the garment that he was wearing. So he put the roses in his tilma, and he went to the bishop. And when he opened the tilma to show him the roses, then there was the image of Mary, Our Lady of Guadalupe. Yeah,
wow, so that's beautiful. When they would knock on your door, or at your room was above the rectory, or
above the door of the rectory, and they all came in through the rectory to go to church. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what time would that be in the morning?
5:30.
Were you used to getting up that early?
Not then. I am now, but not then. I wasn't. So I was just a young guy then. So
And so that was your wake up call every morning
usually,
then.
yeah, for just the one time a year.
Wow. Did you enjoy that, or did you get?
Oh, I enjoyed it. It was the Mexican community was a very vibrant community.
Oh, that's great.
I enjoyed that very much.
Would you join in with in their prayers then?
To a degree. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, most of them knew all the songs by heart. So
Oh, okay.
those of us who are not natives, I mean, we would have preferred a hymnal of some sort, but
Oh, yeah.
so we didn't have all that stuff. So
Oh, that's interesting.
and most of the Mexican community had been singing those songs since they were children.
Wow. And that was in New York.
That was in the Bronx, yes.
Oh, in the Bronx. Okay.
Yeah, in New York City. Yeah.
And then were you in Baltimore before the Bronx?
I was, and I only had one Christmas in Baltimore.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
The first Christmas would have been in Puerto Rico. Then the second Christmas was in Baltimore. Then I was
Okay.
transferred the following June.
Oh, so you weren't in Baltimore that long
Not
then?
very long at all. No.
Okay, so probably not a great deal
No,
of
I don't
memories from
really
that
recall
Christmas.
Christmas very much at all. I mean, the churches, all the churches that I served in were all beautiful churches, and probably Baltimore was the most beautiful
Wow.
church. And just remember that it was beautifully decorated for Christmas. Yeah.
Is that church still in existence?
Sadly, no. Well, it's not. It's not open as a church anymore. It's a brewery now.
Oh my gosh.
So it's somebody bought it and put a brewery in the church. So I at the USCCB meeting, I was in Baltimore and I drove by it from the outside. I didn't go in. I didn't have the heart to go in
Oh,
because it was
wow.
just a gorgeous church, and so the parish was closed, and somebody bought it and turned it into a brewery. So.
What was gorgeous about it? Was it just
Just a beautiful Gothic church.
A Gothic
and,
church, okay.
Just a lot of ornamentation, and just decorated very nicely. So
Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh. So you lived a long way from home when you were ministering in Puerto Rico and on the East Coast. What opportunities did you have to connect with your family in Ohio during Christmas time? And in what special ways did you celebrate with your family?
the first year as a priest, so I was in Puerto Rico. So I probably didn't return to the States until sometime in January. So I don't recall precisely, but I probably went home before I took up responsibilities in my parish. But usually my custom was after Christmas Day masses to drive home. So from Baltimore, it was probably about 9 hours
Oh my
drive.
gosh.
So I would usually drive after the last mass on Christmas morning, and then I would do the same thing in the Bronx. I would drive home very early in the morning after the last Christmas mass.
Do you like to drive or what?
Not particularly, but
But you're looking forward to getting home.
sometimes it's just the price you pay. My home in Lima was usually an hour and a half from an international airport, so it's
Oh, yeah.
usually a long drive. Anyway, once I got to the place, it was just always easier to drive, and I had access to a car if I drove home. So
Oh, that's
that was
great.
probably the bigger
Would
thing.
you listen to Christmas music on the way home, or did you pray?
Mostly I listen to NPR.
Oh, good.
Usually on any drive, I usually listen to NPR or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Public
great.
radio, classical music. So
And so then you would get home, and so you'd have like your own kind of Christmas celebration then?
usually, Mom would usually ask, "What time am I going to be home?" So and so she would try to time the meal to when I got home. So
Wow.
sometimes it was the next day, and if I got home too late.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So what would she prepare?
Usually for Christmas was always ham.
Ham,
So
okay.
New Year's was always sauerkraut. Usually sauerkraut and sausage, I think.
Oh, wow.
Christmas was always ham. Growing up was ham almost every year.
Oh my gosh! And would your brother and sister be there, and your dad, mom, and
Usually, yes. So when I was a young priest, I think everybody was still pretty close to home.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was a younger priest, yes. I mean, as we got older, my brother has since moved to Toledo.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So were there any special traditions from when you grew up that kind of carried over?
So my father loved Christmas, so
Oh, that's
he
great.
really enjoyed decorating liked putting the lights up outside, loved decorating the tree. I remember as kids, we would make these paper chains, usually red and green alternating links,
Yes.
and put those in the ceiling. And so, I think every ceiling in the house was covered in these Christmas chains. But my father, and really, it was really the participating and doing it together with my dad and my brother and sister and all of that. So that was kind of the memory more than anything else, is all of us kind of doing that together every year. But
that's great.
I also have the memories of putting the lights on the tree, and usually it ended in frustration when one light wouldn't work, and Dad going through every light to figure out which one is just to get the thing working again. But
it makes me think of that Christmas comedy movie with Chevy Chase in it, where they blow
Christmas
up
Vacation,
Christmas Vacation, and they blow up the
I just saw
tree.
that the other day. Yeah.
It's pretty funny when I think about wayward lights. And then Bishop Daniel Thomas of the Toledo Diocese shared a memory of what I think developed into a Christmas time tradition for the two of you. And I don't know if Vicar General William Monsignor Kabaki was
Monsignor
in on that?
Kabaki, yes. So I was pastor in Toledo of a large parish in South Toledo. And Monsignor Kabaki was my predecessor.
Okay.
So I replaced him in Toledo. So we had mutual friends. So the tradition probably started with Monsignor Kabaki, where the parish secretary and her husband belonged to a very nice dinner club in Toledo called the Toledo Club. It was just very nice. And so they would take him every Christmas. So when I became pastor, they took me and they invited Monsignor Kabaki. So we did that every year. So I was there 8 years. So
wow.
Every year we did that. It was a very nice time. And it was just the last year was when Bishop Thomas
I get it. Okay.
joined us, and he had just arrived in Toledo. He'd only been installed as the bishop maybe a couple weeks before we went to Christmas dinner. So we had our dinner date at the Toledo Club, and Monsignor Kabaki, who lives at the cathedral in Toledo, invited Bishop Thomas to join us. So that was the first time actually. I'd seen Bishop Thomas at the installation, but it's the first time I personally met Bishop Thomas was at the Toledo Club at a Christmas dinner.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and at that time, there was a bit of a scandal in the place that I eventually became pastor, and the place where the scandal was, the pastor was removed for a reason, and it's a big assignment, and nobody really wanted to go there. And so the big question and the gossip in the diocese was, well, who's going to go there? And because it had a big school and a big parish, and one other parish at that time, and nobody was jumping in or putting their name in and said, well, I'll go. So that's when Bishop Thomas later told me that's when he had the idea that he was sending me, because we had a nice evening at the Toledo Club, and that's when he decided that he thought the Lord was calling him to appoint me as the pastor of this difficult situation where the parish was in a disarray a little bit in terms of because of the scandal, and
Wow.
so he decided then that he was going to put me. However, he didn't tell me that until the end of January. It was when I actually got appointed.
Oh my
He
gosh.
called me into his office and said, he said, I just need to move you. And I was very happy in Toledo, but he said, I need to move you to Delphus. So,
Wow.
and, yeah,
What was your reaction?
I mean, my whole thing as a priest and is bishop is obedience. Is that. I said yes immediately, and
Wow.
said I would go, and but I asked him when he settled on me, and he said it was at that Christmas dinner at the Toledo Club is when he made the
Wow.
decision to send me to Delphus. So
And so you didn't question that? You're thinking, oh boy, what am I getting myself into?
it was we negotiated a little bit over the timeline of when I went. Generally, assignments start July 1st, and he asked if I would go like 3 or 4 weeks, and I said, well, can we can we kind of do 2 or 3 months? And he says, well, how about 2 weeks? And I said, okay. So I'm not a very good negotiator.
I was going to say, he really roped you into something
So
there.
he basically said, well, why don't we just start on Ash Wednesday? And that was 2 weeks away. So
Wow, that's an appropriate time.
yeah.
Well, tell me a little bit. I know I'm backtracking, but this dinner at the Toledo Club, what would you have for dinner there? What was Christmas dinner
So
like?
generally, I have like a filet mignon. It was a very nice. The Toledo Club's a very nice. It's mostly for CEOs of corporations.
Wow.
Pretty exclusive membership only club, and the family that invited us is, I mean, he had his own business, pretty large business in Toledo. So I would always have a nice filet mignon and usually French onion soup and all those things.
Okay.
So
And no fish though, right?
absolutely no fish.
No. And what about vegetables? Did you make sure to have a few vegetables?
I will force down a salad or a few other vegetables. But
Oh, that's great. Because I've noticed you really do like French onion soup, don't you?
I do. I am a big fan.
Is that something you've always loved?
No, actually, I was a first year, second year priest when I first tried it. So went out to eat with somebody and they ordered it, and so yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's I've never acquired a taste for
yeah.
French onion soup. That's just not one of my things.
Well, I judge the quality of a restaurant based on
Their French onion
French
soup.
onion soup.
Oh my
Yeah, so
gosh.
I will basically determine if someone says, where do you want to go to eat? Basically, it's who has the better French onion soup. So.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, what did the celebration of the Nativity of the Lord look like when you were serving those parishes in the Toledo Diocese during COVID-19? You mentioned Delphus. You were at Delphus and Landac and
Spencerville.
Spencerville?
Yeah. So before I was in Delphus, I was in a parish called St. Patrick of Heatherdowns.
Okay, so you were in there at the start of COVID?
So all my parishes in Toledo were just good, strong parishes, and I enjoyed them very, very much. So in all of those parishes, getting invited to Christmas parties in anticipation of Christmas was always a lot of fun. Christmas dinners, usually choir parties and gatherings of catechists and teachers. So a lot of Christmas parties were a part of it. So I've always, when I was in Sandusky, Sandusky's up on the lake and Lake Erie. Christmas caroling was a big thing. So,
wow.
Just remember every year someone had a Browns bus, and the Browns, even though they weren't in Cleveland anymore, they still had the Browns bus because the Browns moved out to Baltimore. But so we would all load into this Browns bus and Cleveland Browns bus and go nursing homes and also to shut-ins and sing
Christmas
do
caroling?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's neat.
Usually adults, it was they had a great time. So
How many people would go in this bus?
I would say about 30. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
it was
great.
A lot of fun.
Oh my gosh.
So in Heatherdowns, I had a very big school in Heatherdowns in Toledo, St. Patrick's of Heatherdowns, and just a lot of school activities. I had about 600 elementary kids. So there was always a lot of Christmas shows and concerts and all those things.
And you never tired of those? You like?
No, I didn't. I very much enjoy being pastor of a parish. It brings great joy to be a pastor.
What do you like most about it? What being with all those people, it sounds like you like to be amongst the people.
I would say I think being a pastor gives you the opportunity to be included in all aspects of life, and people, because they have a relationship with you, will invite you into first communions and graduations and all sorts of celebrations, Christmas parties, and those are the great things of a parish life. And I would say a pastor has a relationship with his people in a way that a bishop does not. Is just what I'm finding out. So
is that hard? Has that been
hard?
hard?
It's very hard. It's part of the cross. Bishop Thomas talked about the mitre being a crown of thorns, and to some degree, it's true.
Oh my gosh! Did you have families name their babies after you during?
No, that was never.
That never happened.
That never
right?
happened for me. No.
Okay.
But it is being a pastor is terrific when you know kids all throughout school and you accompany them all throughout school, and then And this probably happened more in Delphus, where I knew kids in high school, and then they come back and they get married, and you prepare them for marriage and all those things. So just being included in all these aspects, and people who knew you when they were students in school and you were their pastor, and they would invite you to do their wedding. That was always
I bet that was
a lot
special.
of fun. Yeah.
I mean, it really was a family of faith for you, wasn't it? It's
Yeah,
really
most
like
of my
a
parishes.
family.
Yeah, I mean, I liked very much being the pastor of a parish community. Yeah.
Was it hard then to be able? I mean, you said you always were obedient to the bishop. You'd go wherever you were asked to go.
Yeah.
So was it? I've often wondered for priests how hard it is to leave one assignment for another.
It's very difficult. I mean, it's very difficult for priests, and I'm sensitive to that when we're in a situation in the church where there's personnel crisis, and
Right.
usually one pastoral change requires 3 or 4 others
Right.
to cover the holes, and we don't have the luxuries that we had years ago where we had extra priests to cover things. But now there seems to be a lot more movement, and it's a lot more difficult when priests kind of put down roots in a place to be asked to move. And so it's always admirable to me when a priest says yes, and it's the sacrifice that many priests make for the good of the church.
Do they have an opportunity to say no?
I never thought it was never part of my understanding of obedience to say no. So
Okay.
that's why if whatever the bishop or the church asked me to do, I would do it. But some guys feel comfortable saying no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you at all? I mean, does that bother you in any way, or?
As I get older, moving from one place to another, it's harder to move when you get older than it is
That's right.
when you're a younger priest. It's not so bad, but
Yeah.
as you get older, it's a lot harder to start over each time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I understand that. I understand the difficulties. So when I moved here to Davenport and brought all my stuff, I said, this is the last move I'm going to make, I hope.
So you've developed a lot of, I guess, empathy for what people go through in
Yeah,
terms of what you've
yeah.
experienced as a parish pastor, right?
Correct, yeah.
And then I'm wondering, so what about COVID? How did you deal with COVID? And were you at the 3 parishes?
I was in Delphus, so we had Delphus, Landeck, and Spencer, so we had 3 parishes in the school, and COVID was a strange time, but we had a lot of fun. So I was.
Oh.
So my rectory, we had myself, 2 other priests, and I had a seminarian intern with me that year. So I used to supervise seminarian interns. So Toledo had a pastoral year where usually after their second year of theology, they would be in a parish for a year.
Oh, okay.
So we had a seminarian intern who's still a good friend. He's the one who gave me the dog.
Oh, okay.
So he was with us during COVID. So we had a lot of fun. We did videos, YouTube videos, and that we would broadcast. And
Oh, that's
we had
great.
a nightly rosary that we would broadcast, a live stream.
So were you the guy, did you have the technology to do that, or did you rely on other people to do that?
We were pretty fortunate with the school, so we had a technology person that would set us up.
That set you up on that.
So it was. So we usually broadcast the rosary from each parish throughout the lockdown.
Oh, that's
and everything.
neat.
So, yeah.
Wow. So tell me, I suppose we don't want to run out of time here, but, how will you celebrate Christmas this year in the Davenport Diocese? What are your hopes?
Haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Right now, it's looking like I have a couple masses. I'll probably drive home Christmas Day after
Oh, wow.
my final mass, whatever that is. If I have mass, I have 2 masses Christmas Eve, but right now my
2 masses on
Day-
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, so Christmas Day is open, so I might just take off and go home.
Because it's how long of a drive? It's about
About
7,
6.5.
six and a half hours. And maybe there won't be so much traffic on the road. Who
No,
knows?
when I went home for Thanksgiving, there was hardly any traffic at all on
Oh,
Thanksgiving
that's
Day,
good.
so it worked out pretty well, actually.
Oh, you left on Thanksgiving Day for that.
Yeah,
So it maybe pays off to go on the holiday itself.
Yeah, it did. So
And so have you contacted your mom and said, hey, get that ham
that's
ready?
it. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to go home, but I'm the plans are still in progress. So
Wow. And she hasn't been asking you about it?
so I have some friends who want to come out after Christmas, so I'm just trying to coordinate all of that. So
Oh, okay.
Mom may come out with them, so we'll
Oh,
see.
that's cool. So she might come here?
Could be, yes.
Oh, that'd be
As soon
awesome.
as we solidify plans.
And she won't have to come in a U-Haul truck this
Yeah,
time,
no,
right?
That's right. The opening of the Jubilee year makes it difficult because the Jubilee year opens here at the cathedral on the 29th of June.
Yeah.
So
Or December.
yeah, so that's the only thing I have from Christmas Day to New Year's. So I have to be here for that. So it just kind of shortens my Christmas break.
Oh, my God. And so what about Rosa? You've got this dog, Rosa. It's a puppy, right? Tell us about Rosa and how you're preparing her for Christmas.
Rosa, I don't think knows the difference, but she's spoiled every day of the year. So she's been a good dog, and I'm very fortunate. I have a person who lives next door to me who walks her most days. So usually when I'm in the office, he'll take her for a walk and everything.
Oh, I bet she loves him.
So she does. I mean, she loves to get out, and so. But she's a lot of energy, though.
Do you get to take her for many walks or
I
not?
do, but not real long walks. So,
Okay, those are shorter walks.
yeah,
So are you going to give her any Christmas gifts, or she?
probably not. I think
Probably
she has a
not.
lot of toys already.
lot of
and
toys
she doesn't
already.
really take care of the toys that she has. So,
Oh, okay, so this is you're a little bit of tough love, huh?
yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts about Christmas or about ministry? How are you doing these? Let's see, it's been what, October, November? It's 3 months?
3 months. Yeah.
Almost 3 months. So
I see. September, October, November. Yeah, it'd be 3 months.
how many parishes have you gotten to?
It's hard to say. I've done almost every weekend. I've done a parish for confirmation or installation. I would say I'm probably a third of the way through.
Wow,
So
that's great.
So-
And so you're doing 2 Christmas Eve masses?
one at John Vianney at 6:00 in Bettendorf, and then 10:00 at the cathedral.
Oh, 10 o'clock in the evening. So you probably won't get a super early start on Christmas morning, will you?
Probably not. Yeah, but usually in all my other parishes I had midnight mass, which I love to do. So midnight mass was always fun. So I guess 10:00 in the evening is the closest we get to
Yes.
midnight mass.
I
here.
think there are a couple of parishes in the diocese that maybe do midnight mass, but I don't remember.
It's a great tradition.
Yeah. And so will Rosa go with you to Ohio then?
She will. Yeah, she likes to drive. So
Oh, she does.
she loves it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, those are my questions for right now. We'll
Great.
just have to keep checking back with you on how this bishop thing is going, right?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Thanks so much,
Thank you
Bishop,
very
for
much.
joining
Take
us.
care now. See you.
Okay. Bye.